What's up, everybody? Anthony here, specialtymotorcars.net, and behind me you will see another gorgeous Panther platform I have to offer you this week, folks. This is a very unique color. I've never had this color in a Grand Marquis before. A 16,000 mile 2004 Mercury Grand Marquis, one owner car, absolute diamond of a car. Super excited to bring it to you, show you, do a full walk around video of this car, inside, outside, take it back to the shop. You know how we do it. Appreciate you all for watching. Let's get into it. Sweetheart. And here she is, a beautiful one owner 2004 Mercury Grand Marquis. This is the GS package Grand Marquis, which is basically the entry-level Grand Marquis for this era. You had your GS, you had your LS, and you had LS Ultimates, and there was even a package called, I believe it was an LSE, not an LSC, but an LSE. And that was the kind of like the Crown Vic Sports, where it had the console shifter, seating for 5 instead of 6, alloys. It was kind of a somewhat sportier, not really a Marauder, but a sportier looking-ish, not really, just buckets in your floor shifter, but those are pretty rare. Anyways, this is the GS, your typical entry-level Grand Marquis, kind of a polar opposite example of the last Grand Marquis like this that I had, that 2003 that I had, the beige one with the brown top. That was the LS Ultimate. Not only was it loaded with options, but Grandma just trimmed the hell out of it with all the gingerbread, as I call it. This one's got no gingerbread. And you know what? It's a beautiful car. It's a 16,000 mile example. Absolute survivor. Just a stunning, stunning example. I was so happy to get this car in, and I did nothing to it to add any gingerbread, because the car is just so perfect and beautiful the way it is. I said I'm not going to add anything to it. I did put white wall tires on, which it actually came from the factory with white walls. When I had gotten this car in at just 15,900 miles, it had its original white wall tires that Ford installed on this car when it was new. The real striking thing with this car is the color, and I believe this is a pretty rare color for these cars. It's called dark blue pearl. It's not a tri-coat color. I believe it's just that's just the name, pearl, but it's a very gorgeous color. I believe the same dark blue that they did use on the Mercury Marauders. It's just a very striking color, because most of the time these things are white or that bronze color. Maybe that light ice blue color like that town car I had recently. But this darker blue is a very unique color to see on this. It's got a light gray or a flint gray velour interior. Typical options for a GS, hubcaps. The white walls were standard for this car, believe it or not. The only two options that this car came with was the full-size spare and the AM/FM CD. Grandpa and Grandma did not go crazy on this, but just look at the beautiful paint on this car. Original painted on pinstripe. Got my pointer here. All the way down the side, you got keyless entry. Just the paint on this car itself is absolutely super, super clean. Beautiful, garaged, well-loved car. Somebody really went above and beyond to try to pamper this car. And it shows, because, just look at the depth in the paint. Absolutely gorgeous. One of the telltale signs when I saw this car that I knew it was a super, super clean example is how nice the bumpers were. The bumpers on these cars, they always get marred up. And there's no marring, there's no puck marks. And even this chrome trim is in absolutely beautiful condition. Just look at the reflection of the paint. Why am I pointing? I have a pointer. Look at the reflection of the paint. Just absolutely gorgeous on this car. Super, super clean. Super well cared for. Like I said, garage, loved, cared for, cherished. I don't know if you caught a glimpse, but I am wearing shorts today. It's a beautiful spring day. Still getting over whatever cold I have, but yeah, this is really a no excuses car. Just if you're looking for a super nice Grand Marquis that you can just get in, drive, put 150, 200,000 miles of trouble-free miles on, this is a phenomenal example. Just clicked 16,000 miles when I had it and I was driving it. Just a real nice car. Gonna go around, do my normal, point out your little marks and stuff like that. Really not much to talk about on this car. All the lights and lenses are super clean. Like I said, has a painted pinstripe down the side. Does have a little chip, right? The paint is so reflective, I'm having a hard time picking it up. Right there, little guy. 4 brand new white wall tires. Plastic cladded hubcaps. The Mercury logo, but just no dings, no dents. All the molding is in beautiful shape. One little dimple mark there. Down the side here. Even the door edges, no scuffs or chips there. Again, beautiful painted pinstripe down the side of this car. I can confidently say no paint work on this car. 1, 2, 3 little... I don't know why those little dots come onto this chrome. I've seen it on almost every Grand Marquis. But just look how beautiful that is. It's like a reflection of a mirror. Like I said, 4 brand new white wall tires. Those replace the original white walls that were on this car. Just super deep paint. Again, like I pointed out, all the bumpers, no curbing or impacts. Taillights are nice and glossy and beautiful. That chrome strip across the deck lid. You have your Mercury logo. Grand Marquis. Look at that bumper cover. Just absolute. I stand corrected. There's a little guy right there. Here I am telling lies. Just beautiful paint. I absolutely love the color of this car. You know what? This car with like a full gray top, maybe a half... No, I'm just kidding. If I could, I would. Believe me. If I could, I would. Beautiful paint on this car. This car is just absolutely a knockout. One of my finest Grand Marquis. Nice white wall tires. 225, 60, 16. Again, all the door edges, absolutely perfect. I don't know if you can see my shadow. Look at how nice and straight that is. No chips or dings or divots. Maybe a little bit of a rub mark there. A few little bug marks on the shell of the mirror. Nice and straight. Just a real super nice car. Got the original Ford Carlite windshield. And 4 new white walls. Does have a little chip right here on the edge of the fender. Another little guy right there. Maybe a couple little various chips. Light chips, nothing crazy at all. A little bit of polish that I missed wiping out of the jam there. Chrome on it's in great shape. A little bit of a chip mark right there. Headlights, original Mercury headlights, crystal clear. Does have, just throughout the front bumper, excuse me, various just little bug marks you can see throughout. But again, just a real beautiful car. 2004 Mercury Grand Marquis, 16,000 mile example. All right, no babbling and rambling on this one. Let's get inside. All right, getting on to the inside of this Grand Marquis, you'll see a beautiful flint gray. That's what they called it, believe it or not. Flint gray cloth interior. Like I said earlier, typical GS. You have your power driver's seat, adjustable foot pedals, traction control, automatic headlights, but this did come with the AM/FM CD. The GS's didn't have power passenger seats or leather or anything like that, or your steering wheel controls, but a very clean car inside and out. You can see inside the door jambs here. That down on the bottom is actually kind of like a wax undercoat. So whoever had this car and bought it new loved it to have it undercoated with this waxy, still kind of very wet and pliable. You can see there, I can just like kind of kick it up with my fingernail, undercoating to protect it, but then never drove it in the winter because the bottom of this car is in beautiful shape. Not because it was protected with undercoat, because there's plenty of things that aren't undercoated, but just obviously never drove it in the winter time. So they did a good job by trying to protect it, but they didn't really have to because they never drove it in the winter anyways. All the gasketing and weather stripping is all in phenomenal shape. Door panel, you have your power windows, window locks, trunk popper. Everything is super clean. All the door thresholds clean throughout. All the interior appointments, carpeting nice and clean. A few little stains, or not stains, but pieces of dirt from me, my shoes, and little rocks from the parking lot, but super clean. Does have power lumbar, power driver's seat. Same in the back door here. You can see that kind of waxy undercoat that was applied. Even in the hinge area. Rear door panels. Honestly, and I'm not trying to use that term that everybody uses, but I highly doubt many people ever sat in the back seat of this car. It's just so perfect. Carpeting, super clean. All the headliner is perfect. Just look at the color. I mean, I'm in the shade. You get up on it. Just look how deep that blue is. Absolutely beautiful. Clean on the bottom of the door here. Again, undercoated, but clean. Nice soft weather stripping. Just, there's really nothing to say. I know this is probably going to be one of my quicker videos because this car is just so clean and so mint. You can see in here somebody's, used, again, it's like I don't know if it's like a colonite wax or something to protect it, but I really wish they didn't because they didn't drive it in the winter and obviously not needing it, but that's all right. They tried. The upholstery is beautiful, carpeting, nice and clean. This car smells like a new Grand Marquis inside. let's jump behind the wheel. Pop the hood, pop the trunk. Oh man, look at how mint this thing is. This thing is just absolutely beautiful. Actually, I already got the hood popped, so we'll just take a dive in there. And under the hood of this car, it tells you how they didn't need to undercoat it or what. I mean, look how clean it is under here. You know, all the anodizing still on the nuts and bolts. They did do in the inner fender here. Why, I'm not sure. You can see they got a little bit of overspray on the plastic housing, but this was actually me trying to clean it off. But super, super clean. Engine block, all these nuts, bolts. Like, look how clean that is. Look at that. Look, there's not even like corrosion. Usually there'd be some type of surface corrosion. Absolutely nothing. All right, now let's jump behind the wheel. All right, behind the wheel here, I'd love to show you what I got for books and keys and all that good stuff. And I got everything with this car, absolutely everything. We have 2 original keys, 2 remotes, the original valet key. We'll go ahead and start this one up. Showing you 16,045 miles. I think I've probably put, maybe I put those 331 miles on this. I'm not 100% sure. I know I put a few hundred miles on it because I did roll it over. Get a little air in here because, believe it or not, it's warm in here. But I do have, turn that down a little bit. I do have all the books. You can see Nana wrote some notes on there. What type of oil she used, the tire pressure. Got the original key card code here. Windows sticker. I do have loaner car coupons. Rust proofing. Oh, there we go. Rough proofing was done 328. Oh no, that was an oil change. I don't know. Just a little handwritten note. I love that stuff. Little handwritten notes. Here is the original window sticker. Dark blue pearl over light flint cloth. Pretty typical Grand Marquis GS. Like I said, white wall tires were standard. The only options that were ordered with this car were the full-size spare and the AM/FM CD cassette. $26,305 new. Built in St. Thomas. Sold new at Roger Burdick, Lincoln Mercury, up there in New York. So we got all those goodies that come with this car. Before we take it for a spin, let's go take a look inside the trunk. Open it up to show you. Giant trunk like all these Panther cars come with. It does have the full-size spare along with old school Campbell and Housefield compressor. And I thought this was neat. Send help. This was compliments of the Oswego Hospital in Oswego, New York. I wonder how old this is. Dry 55, it's the law. This has got to be from like the 70s, right? I love stuff like that. Full-size Michelin on a steel wheel. Never been on the ground. All 4 original floor mats. I mean, even the floor mats are beautiful. No heel marks or anything like that. Inside the deck lid. And even just look at the top of the bumper. How clean this thing is. Clean, clean, clean. Not even marks from like Nana putting stuff in and out of the trunk. I absolutely love Survivors this clean because you just don't see. Get out of here, bug. Now, I guess you can go along for the ride. But look at the paint on this car. Oh my goodness. Chrome, glistening. Again, those bumper impact strips. Look how clean they are. Oh, I love it. Let's take it for a spin. It's crazy. I'm 35 years old and I get excited over a car like this. Like, you could park this next to a 2004 Corvette And if you said, hey, Anthony, take this mint Grand Marquis or this mint Corvette that some boomer owned, what would you pick? I would take the Grand Marquis. I don't know. Just call me a weirdo or whatever. Just like, look at this thing. It's beautiful. Well kept, preserved, loved. All that good stuff. Nice cold air conditioning. All right, let's take it for a spin up the highway. As far as service work, it really didn't need anything. I mean, this is your just perfect used car. Well kept, well loved. The oil change was just done. Like, I just didn't need anything. I did do tires just because of age. The oil is just golden brown or golden gold, not even brown. Brakes are beautiful, original pads, rotors, real chunky, no pulsations. Drives down the road nice and straight. Let's see if we can set cruise. Is that cruise on? I think it is. Apparently no indicator light up here otherwise, but the cruise is set and is holding. Yep, definitely, because I just shut it off. It just cruises down the road so nicely. So again, if you're looking for a super clean, just really well kept Mercury Grand Marquis, this is it. Give me a call, 978-930-1004. My name is Anthony, specialtymotorcars.net. You can go over there and check out all the still pictures in the picture gallery of this car. Any questions, though, give me a holler. And like I always say, don't let distance stop you from getting a dream car like this in your driveway. 16,000 mile Mercury Grand Marquis, and you would be the second owner of this car. The first owner, thank you. They did a great job taking such good care of it. For its next caretaker, 20 years, they put 16,000 miles in this car. She's ready for the road. She's just ready. Smells new, feels new, looks new. You know, I know this is plastic or rubber. It's not leather wrap, but I mean, even the wheel feels nice. You can see and feel the grain in it. Excellent driving car. 978-930-1004. Check me out on Instagram, Specialty Motorcars NH, Facebook as well. I always do all my sneak peeks over there as I get stuff in. YouTube, this for sale video is like the last, you know, the official for sale post. But if you want to check me out over there, like I said, I do all my sneak peeks when cars come in off car carriers, all that good stuff. So check me out there. Thanks everybody for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Blue on this car. Is it rare or is it not rare? I didn't pull a Marty report. I did post this in a Facebook group for low mileage cars. And I said, oh, let's look at this unique color. And some kid's like, oh, that's not rare. Every one of them, I have like 6 of them and this and that. I'm like, okay, pal, I've never had one in my life. And I've had countless dozens, but I'm pretty sure it's a rare color. Not that it means like, oh, wow, rare, you know, gotta have it. You know, it's worth millions more dollars. I'm just saying rare, like hard to find. You don't see it often. But let me know. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Totally appreciate it. Oh, geez. Price on this car. Price on this one's going to be $15,995. Any questions? 978-930-1004. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll talk to you on the next one.